Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. NMC looking to take down Premier in game number 2 of our doubleheader. A lot on the line as pool play is starting to come to a close. It is NMC and Premier, the battle of dark blues, up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field, say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one, it's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. He's the point, and it's alive, Hansen pushes it over, unbelievable. We play on, it's blocked, we're tied, unbelievable.
Once again, good afternoon from Jackson High School on the northern border of Stark County. This is day number 2 at the 2025 NABF World Series. It is Premier Ohio taking on NMC Baseball. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Game number 1 was a doozy. 15-8 your final score. It was the Brooklyn Sluggers getting the win over Premier. Premier looking for redemption in game number 2 against the, at least on paper, better of their 2 opponents today in NMC. A lot of talent on this squad, and maybe none bigger than their starting pitcher, Kyle Turk. Kyle Turk this year in more of a closing role, 13 appearances, 23.1 innings pitched, 2.7 ERA, and he is a rising junior for Hillsdale High School out in Jeromesville, Ohio. But Turk was one of the main guys for that pitching staff. He had the most appearances. I believe he was second or third in regard to total innings pitched. But he has a good arm behind him. And with a good performance today, that could help NMC get one step closer to the quarterfinals tomorrow. First pitch is over the plate at 12:07, and we are underway 7 minutes behind schedule. Game number 1 almost ended early, but in the end, Premier was able to just scrape into the 6th inning. They were able to plate a couple of runs, and from there, they are able to take momentum and potentially put up a good fight in this game. Going back to last time out, though, 12 runs allowed in that first inning really did kill them. So we will see what they're able to do this time out. 0-2 on Gable. The pitch from Turk. It is going to miss just outside for ball 1. Something else to note, the umpires have switched places, so the home plate umpire from last game is now in the field, and the one in the field is now behind the dish. The 1-2 hit down the first base line, picked up nicely, and there is out number 1. Perfect execution by Potoric over at first. And we'll watch that one back. Stays cool, calm, and collected the whole time. More of a difficult play as he has to backhand it. But really no fear shown, and he gets the job done. And you'll see that pick on your screen right now, and just an easy play from there over at first. In the meantime, 0-1 on Hadam, the third baseman. But this is what you're going to see from NMC. Strong defense and a lot of great plays all the way around. The 0-1 in the dirt, now 1-1 the count. For those just tuning in, game number 2 of the day. NMC the favorites coming in, but Premier Ohio trying to use the momentum they had from the last game. 1-1 inside for ball 2. And that's why a lot of teams late in those games, they try and compete because they know if they can start to get things going then, it could carry over into the next game. And that really changes their fate. The 2-1 goes foul, now 2-2 the count. In the on-deck circle for Premier, it is going to be, I believe, number 6, Owen Schlapak. The 2-2, it is there for strike 3 looking, 2 down. First strikeout of the day for Kyle Turk. And a 2-up, 2 down start. NMC, they are bringing the energy early on. You don't hear much of it, but right now this is just a business trip to them, and they are standing on business so far. 1-0 the count on Schlapak as he takes that one in the dirt. Schlapak is one of, I believe, 2 players on this roster who hail from Black River High School. The other one happens to be in the on-deck circle in Christoffel. So that is the Lorain County influence. On top of those 2, you also have Midview from Grafton, and they are represented by Sam Linden. 2-0, chopped foul, now 2-1 the count. In the bottom of the inning for NMC, it is Merrill, Gaudio, and Nealon. And they will look to get the offense rolling quickly in that frame. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Turk. Fly ball sent down the right side into no man's land, and it is going to drop. And that is going to be a fair ball, just barely staying in. So a pretty much textbook bloop single with 2 down, and Schlapak is on. From here, it looked like it went foul, but I guess it did just stay in fair territory. And that will help out Premier as Christoffel steps in. Christoffel did pitch in the last game, but he is back behind the dish for game number 2 of the day. First pitch is low for ball 1. I believe going back to the last game, it is the same exact order. So 1 through 9 staying exactly the same. The 1-0 swing and a miss now, 1-1 the counts. Good response from Turk and company. That is a tough break to have when you're right there, about to get a 1-2-3 inning, but just a ball in no man's land kills you. That's not where you want to be, but now a chance to work out of it. Before the 1-1, he will look back. The runner, no throw. So that'll keep Schlappak over at first base. Here comes the 1-1. Poked over to the left side, and it is through for a 2-out single. Nice work from Christoffel. One Endo Black River bought precision. The other one brought power. And that'll put 2 on with 2 down. And now it is a chance for Premier to get on the board with a runner in scoring position. Tyler Zueda, the rising junior at Brunswick, now steps in. Zueda was the starting pitcher in game number 1 of the day for Premier. 2 on, 2 down. Turk and company needs that final out. First pitch is right down Broadway for strike 1. Good start to the at-bat from Turk, as right now keeping his composure has to be at the forefront of what he does. And it's easier said than done in a game like this. This is where the pressure can begin to mount. But if he can stay cool, that would go a lot for his confidence. 0-1 misses low, now 1-1 the count. And whenever the wheels come off in a game of baseball, it takes a lot to get them back on. They're not off yet, but a couple of extra hits here, and they could be. 1-1 strike the count. Turk sets and fires. In the zone, hitting the bottom, now 1-2 the count. And he is 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Already 1 strikeout to his name in the contest. Still 2 on, 2 down. Turk checking. Delivers the 1-2, and it is fouled away. This NMC squad, I believe, one of 5 or 6 at this age level in this competition. So a lot of NMC representation at the NABF World Series this year. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swing and a miss. It is a drop third. Throw down 2-1. It is in time, and the side is retired. Second strikeout of the game from Turk gets the job done in the first. Middle of 1 in Jackson. No score on SmeeSports. This is the 2025 NABF World Series on SmeeSports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop.
At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina, or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
And NMC's offense looking for a hot start to this game in the bottom of the first inning. You are watching the 2025 NABF World Series on SmeeSports, presented by Seidel's Barbershop. I do apologize for that mistake at the end of the top of the first inning. Both sponsored today. They're both owned by the same people. but one game each, so the flip did not register in my mind quite yet, and now that it has, we should be good to go. Once again, thank you to Seidel's Barbershop for sponsoring today's broadcast, not only in the normal sense, but also as our presenter. 1-0 the count on Noah Merrill, the leadoff hitter for NMC. And now 2-0. The pitcher on the mound for Premier should look familiar, as it is Cole Sue back on. He did start what I would say is the resurgence of Premier in the last game. Keep in mind, if you get rid of that first inning, they controlled the game and would have won 6-3 without that first inning. He came on with 2 down and settled things down, and then from there, kept it rolling. 3-0 will hit for strike 1. And he does have a lot of limitations in this game, as he did just throw, but also he is trying to stay under that 95 pitch limit for one day. The 3-1 is up high for ball 4, and the leadoff man Merrill is aboard. With Merrill on, now it turns to Jonah Gaudio, the rising junior at CVCA. And the Royals had a great campaign, making it to the regional final. They did bow out, though, to University School, who did make it to the Final Four, and in the end lost in the state championship game. But a lot of unfinished business for Gaudio and company. First pitch fouled back, 0-1 the count. Taking a quick gander at his stats. In 28 games, Gaudio batted .303, getting 23 hits, 17 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 1 long ball. And as a sophomore in a group that has really the biggest boom or bust potential in the conference next year, he'll be an interesting group to watch. And it's guys like Gaudio, Mamoni, and McGow who will look to carry the torch of guys like Harabedian and Ravelli, who graduated in 25 and 24 respectively. Count 0-1 on Gaudio. Runner goes the pitch. Good drive into the outfield, sending it into left center, and it is going to be down for extra bases. Gaudio uncorked. He is in at second, and that'll put 2 runners in scoring position. Nicely done by the Royal. And you see why he was trusted as a sophomore to play in a total of 28 games. His power is tremendous, and so is his precision. 2 runners now in scoring position for NMC. And we will see what now happens, as it is going to be Nealon stepping in. Nealon, wearing number 55, is a rising senior, I believe, at Nordonia. First pitch, he pops it up off to the right side, foul. Count now 0-1. We saw a lot of the youth of Nordonia this past weekend at a tournament at Akron. I believe that was the Zips Open. The 0-1. In the zone now, 0-2 the counts. 2 good starts from LaSalle after a rough double allowed to Gaudio. The on-deck circle after Nealon, it is Adam McFadden. But he will have to hold his horses for the time being, as that is ball 1 down low. But this NMC Bliss squad, a lot of talent from top to bottom. The 1-2 driven off to the left side, scooped up at short, throw to 1. It is in time for out number 1, but it comes at a cost. The opening run will score. It is NMC striking first in our second game today. Nice work by the NMC offense, moving the runners along. And now it is Gaudio standing 90 feet away from home, as he does represent run number 2 today. He set up the first run and has an opportunity to become the second, but it falls on Adam McFadden, the third baseman, to bring him in. Adam McFadden wearing number 75, just like his brother Eric, a rising junior at Avon Lake. Fly ball sent into left field, and this one has a chance to go further, and it does. It is once again an extra base hit off into left center. He is cruising into third, and he is going to slide on in safe. A beautiful RBI triple for Adam McFadden. And once again, the power of this offense is unmatched. Just perfectly placing it in the outfield. Nothing more Premier can do about it. And that hustle around the bases helps out as well. He replaces Gaudio at third and also adds on a run for his troubles. Still 1 down in the inning and a chance to make it 3-0 for NMC. First pitch is in there for strike one. In the on-deck circle, it is Eric McFadden. So we will see the other end of the McFadden duo and an opportunity for McFadden squared to combine. Tamos Ayunas in the box, pass ball, and he won't have to do much. 2-1 the count, and he brings in a run for just standing there. So now a 3-0 lead for NMC, and this is what we expected from this NMC offense in this first inning. We expected them to get the ball rolling quickly. We expected a lot of quick-fire offense, and on pass balls, easy bases. Tomasi Eunice wearing number 8, a rising junior at Brunswick, so he does have a good familiarity with this Premier Ohio squad, as a lot of his high school guys are playing here. A total of 3 rostered. The 3-1 taken for strike 2, and we are full. Once again, it is Eric McFadden, the left fielder, in the on-deck circle for NMC. 3 balls, 2 strikes, a big payoff pitch. It is in the dirt for ball 4, and that is a free base for the center fielder. As he trots all the way down to first, we will set the defense for Premier. It is Lasso on the mound. Christoffel behind the dish. Linden at first. At second base, it is Schlappak. At short, it's Myers. Third is Hadam. Left is Gable. In center field, it is going to be Swenda. And in right, it is Meeks. 1-0 the count on Eric McFadden, the left fielder. Once again, we saw his brother moments ago as he stole home on a pass ball. But this is an opportunity for NMC to lay the foundation to really blow the game open later on. They still could in this inning. But right now the focus is simple. Just keep the train moving. Lassu's 1-0, left up for ball 2. And this could be the one and only inning we see Lassu. 1 pitch count and 2. Just not able to find the strike zone as easily as he did in that last game. And when he does, he is punished. Throwback to 1, close but not in time. Still a good idea from the pitcher as he tried to take 1 away from NMC. Hitters count 2-0. Runner goes, the pitch, it is there for a strike. The throwdown, it is not in time. It is a stolen base for the center fielder. Axel Hassel all the way down. Now a 2-1 count. He stands in scoring position. Tamosi Eunice now with the first stolen base of the game officially. Count remains 2-1 on McFadden. In the on-deck circle, it is Ethan Hinton, the rising junior at Northmore. The 2-1 hits the strike zone, now 2-2 the counts. Good responses from Lassu after a rough start to this at-bat and a tough start to this game. 3-0 NMC on top, bottom of 1. Pops up and out of play. McFadden will get to see it again. And if NMC can win here, there is a chance that we do see them again tomorrow in our quarterfinals coverage. We will have the 9:30 and 12 games here on SmeeSports before coming back on Sunday for the semifinals and the finals. 2-2, it is behind the catcher, and that is another free base. So the count now 3-2. Tamos Eunice able to take advantage of reading the down angle. Here comes the payoff pitch, popped up, and it will go out of play. So we will get to see it again. Once again, for those just tuning in, 3-0 NMC up in the bottom of the first inning, and a chance for more. The payoff pitch, once again, popped up this time. It is going to go on the infield, off to the right side, called off and caught at first for out number 2. Good communication on the far side of the infield as they are able to communicate and make the play in the end. Ethan Hinton now steps in. The DH trying to drag in Tamosi Eunice from third. He could do that in a really number of ways. Could, in the conventional sense, get a single, or a pass ball does the trick as well. Weak chop foul off towards the Premier dugout below us. 0-1 the count. And kind of like Alliance High School, just on the opposite side, we are in a press box on top of a dugout. And that is the same for the University of Mount Union as well. A lot of these diamonds in the Stark County area do have that distinct fixture. And same with North Royalton. Their box, albeit small, it is on top of the third base side. But Mountain Alliance both on top of the first base side. Count 0-2 on Hinton. In the on-deck circle, it is going to be the first baseman for NMC Bliss and Zach Poltoric. Throw down to 1. It is in time, and the side is retired. Nice work from the defense as they're able to get that final out and end the inning. Premier needed a play just like that to get out of the frame, and they got it at the right time. And as that is going to go down as a dropped third strike on the swing and a miss, that is going to be the first strikeout of the day recorded by LeSue. But it is not before NMC plates 3 runs to cap off a great first inning. Through 1 in Jackson, it is NMC up 3-0 on Premier. You are watching the 2025 NABF World Series on SmeeSports, presented by Seidel's Barbershop.
At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
After a strong bottom of the first inning, NMC's offense, they took care of their business, and now it's time for the defense to come back out and do the same in the top of the second inning. They have 6, 7, and 8. Linden, LeSue, and Myers to face. Good game so far for NMC, up by 3, but their job is far from done in this game. They want a dominant and convincing victory over Premier, and right now the pieces are in place to make sure that happens. Kyle Turk back on for the second inning. Ground ball hit over towards short. Throw to 1. It is going to be high, and it is to the back fence. The leadoff man is aboard on an E6. Turk allows the ball to be put into play. It looked like it was going to be a routine play, but the throw in the end airmailed over towards first. And errors are a great way to allow your opponent back into the game. But still, it's not the end of the world right now for NMC. They're up by 3. It's early, but they have to find a way to make up for the mistake. LeSue, the pitcher, now steps in. Throwback to 1, not in time. And the fact that he kept his feet up there is very interesting, as that gives the first baseman a bigger target to tag. Taps him on the foot, he's done. The first pitch to LeSue is inside for ball 1. Once again, LeSue did start the last game over at third base, eventually moving his way to pitch at the end of the first. Pitched that whole game and now is back on for more. That'll be a pass ball, now 2-0 the count, and the runner is easily in at second. So this 3-0 lead, not as comfortable as it once appeared to be for NMC. And that does leave the door open for a potential comeback. Two balls, no strikes, and time is called as there is some action on the bases. Runner at second, nobody out. The 2-0 upstairs for ball 3. In the on-deck circle after LeSue, it is Nate Myers, the rising freshman. And he is looking to piece together a good game number 2 after some struggles in the first game of the day. Here comes the 3-0. And it will connect at the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Good work from Turk, working down low, able to connect. Now needs a couple of more just like it. Here comes the 3-1. And he is unable to get that one on the bottom of the zone. That time it'll be a walk. As LeSue trots down to first, that'll bring in Nate Myers, the shortstop. Myers, at least for the time being, does represent the tying run, and as expected, we will see a courtesy runner in for the pitcher, and that is going to be Sueda. And now he's gone back, so I guess the courtesy does not involve pitchers. So it is going to be LeSue running the bases. Still nobody out. 2 on to begin for Nate Myers, the shortstop. An opportunity for the young buck to do some damage at the 16U level. Turk's first pitch, I believe, fouled off. 0-1 the counts. Myers just able to get a light tip on the baseball. This game a lot clearer of a start than the last one. Combined 14 runs in the first inning. This time only 3. And a lot of that just came at a bunch of walks and just Premier trying to find a pitcher who could steady the ship. The 0-1 in there now. 0-2 on Myers. In the on-deck circle, it is Ray Meeks. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Turk sets and fires the 0-2, and he is unable to get it in there for a strike. It'll be ball 1. We've talked about Myers a lot today. A rising freshman at North Royalton High School. He has been in and around a lot of the older age group Premier teams this summer, getting some extra reps that way. Today just has not gone to plan so far, but still some time for that to change. The 1-2, nice block behind the dish, and that'll hold up the runners. Good work by Nealon as he is able to block it before it could get any further. But still a ball nonetheless. Myers another chance. 2 balls, 2 strikes, now the count. Turk trying to get out number 1 here. Instead, it is a good piece up the middle. It is going to go into right field, and the bases are now loaded. Timely hitting for Nate Myers, his first base hit of the day. Nobody out. Bases now loaded for Premier. And that puts the tying run over at first base in Myers. And now it is Meeks stepping in. Meeks, the right fielder in the 9 slot, a chance to change the game in favor of Premier. And we'll see what the infield ends up doing here. It does appear, at least for the time being, they are going to bring at least third base in. First pitch, it is in there for strike 1. But right now, bases loaded. A very tough spot for NMC. Meeks sends that one foul. Now 0-2 the count. And getting out number 1 at the plate would be huge for NMC. That then sets up a double play ball. No matter which combination you look at, that would end the inning. The 0-2, swing and a miss, and there is out number 1. A big strikeout for Kyle Turk, his 3rd of the game. With 1 down, we go back to the top of the order. It is Adam Gable back in. First pitch to the lefty is low for ball 1. Next inning for NMC, it is going to be their 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Poltoric, Morrow, and Merrill. But still a good way away from that, barring a double play. Good pop. It is going to be scooped up at short. The throw to 1 for the double play. It is dropped, and that is going to bring in the opening run. just barely, Premier gets on the board. So close over at first base. It was an excellent attempt from Gaudio, but in the end, the throw just not scooped up in time. 2 down on the fielder's choice, but it is a very, very successful out. And there it is, just couldn't pick it in time. Had it in the glove, but lost it in the end. Now it is going to be Hadam back in. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout looking. But Premier now on the board, 3-1 the score. First pitch in there for strike 1. And if you are this Premier offense, getting in LeSue from third has to be priority number 1. That at least gets you a little bit closer to your end goal. Throw back to 1. They had him by a step, but the throw also going to be late. Still a good move from Turk, just not on the money. And a lot of these plays, it looks like a good throw, but based on where it is, at least height-wise, not so much. Here comes the 0-1 as the runner goes. They will throw down to second, and it is going to bounce on into the outfield. They now have a play at third. It is high. It is into the dugouts, and it is just going to bounce out. An easy run for LeSue. He is safe. Count now 1-1, and all of a sudden the tying run is 90 feet away. The throw just didn't go where NMC wanted it to. And now that gives a prime opportunity for Premier to tie it up. Maybe no better time than now. 1-1 on Hadam. The pitch in there for strike 2. And going back to that potential double play ball, that was the inning done and over with. But that one ball that just bounced away. Killer. Here comes the 1-2. Chopped foul, so we will see it again. NMC's offense definitely has some work to do in the bottom of the inning, and they are ready to try and step up to that challenge. The 1-2, good drive into the outfield, and we are tied at 3. Nice timely hitting from Hadam. It is an RBI single, and Premier has made up the runs they allowed back in the first. And their head coach, Coach Snyder, fired up down below. And you cannot blame them. This game looked to be going on a similar journey to the last. But that has kind of ended here as we are tied up at 3. An intriguing start, no less. First pitch fouled back, 0-1 the count. It is Schlappak, the second baseman, back in. 1 for 1 in this game with a single. Still runner at first, 2 down. The 0-1 hits him. And that'll put 2 on with 2 down. And an opportunity for Premier to take their first lead since the top of the first in game number 1. But first, as expected, time is going to be called, and we will have a powwow on the mound for NMC. Some struggles for Turk after a good start. Still 3 strikeouts, but the one play we're going to keep looking at is that double play ball. If it was picked at first base, the inning's over. It stays 3-0. Instead, that left the door open for Premier, and here they are. It is 3-3, and they have a shot to even take the lead out of this inning, which that would be huge for them considering what happened last game and just considering how today has gone. It's impressive. In the meantime, it does appear that Hinton is going over to the bullpen to warm up. Hinton is the DH in this game for NMC. So we'll see how much time he has given and how much time the man on your screen has given as well. Kyle Turk still an outstanding pitcher. The question is, does he still have time to work with, or is his time on the mound limited? Zane Christoffel, the catcher, back in. 1 for 1 in this game, and now an opportunity to give Premier their first lead of game number 2. Turk able to connect on the first pitch for strike 1. Once again, in the bottom of the inning, it is going to be Poltoric, Morrow, and Merrill. 8, 9, and 1 for NMC. The 0-1, missing low, evening things up. But NMC struggling now defensively, as a couple of plays going against them have put them in this very tough spot. Look back to second, not in Simon. Same with one. Both looks, no throw. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. The pitch popped up and out of play. Count now 1-2. Still a lot on the line for both teams, as there are some spots open in the quarterfinals of this NABF World Series age group. And their goal is simple: make it to tomorrow. Here comes the 1-2. Good ball driven, and it is through into left field, and that will officially load up the bases once again. Nice timely hitting from Christoffel once again. He is now 2 for 2. And with the bases loaded, it is going to be Sueda trying to give Premier the lead. A pass ball also does the trick. But a difficult time right now for this very, very talented NMC squad. One more thing goes wrong and they will be down. And I don't think, based on the first inning, that they expected to be playing from behind in this game, let alone this quick after they scored all of those runs. Here comes the 1-0. It is blocked behind the dish by Nealon. If not, he would have been off to the races and most likely in, and that would have been enough to give Premier the lead. But we will still have to wait here. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch backs him out for ball 3, and now we are 1 ball away from seeing Premier take back their lead. And we say take back, going back to the last game. Unfinished business today at Jackson. And that business could be 1 step closer to being finished. The 3-0, it is low for ball 4. And Premier, Ohio has taken the lead for the first time in game number 2. He come back with patience and timely hitting. And after it appeared that Hinton went out to stretch, now he brings a friend. And we are going to have some official action in the bullpen. And we will now have, it looks like, a courtesy run. So Christoffel now out. Meeks is over at second base. And Myers is completing the change of equipment, as he will take the rest back with him. Bases still loaded, and Premier an opportunity once again to really now solidify their opportunity as one that changed the game. It changes it for now, yes, as 4 runs flips it from 3-0 to 4-3, but if NMC's offense can look half as good as they did in the last frame, they can easily take back that lead. But if Premier piles on 6, 7, 8 runs, maybe not. Swing and a miss, so 1 the counts. And I think if you are Premier, you would be really satisfied if everybody on the base right now came around. So that would make it 7-3. Ground ball chopped towards short. Nice pickup. Throw to 2. It is in time, and the side is retired. The fielder's choice ends the really good inning for Premier. From down 3 to up by 1, Premier, Ohio shows great resilience, and they reap the benefits now. Middle of 2 in Jackson. It is the visitors up 4-3 on NMC. You are watching the 2025 NABF World Series on SmeeSports, presented by Seidel's Barbershop.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Zach Potolik steps into the batter's box to get things underway in the bottom of the second inning. 4-3 your score, Premier Ohio on top of NMC. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel if you are just tuning in to our telecast. Swing and a miss to begin the bottom of the inning, 0-1 the counts. LeSue has to go up against 8-9-1 this frame. Still with that pitch count going back to last game, we will see how much more he can throw and how much more time he will be trusted with the ball. Fly ball sent into left, and it is going to be tracked down and caught for out number one. A redemption play out in left for Premier. They did have their struggles out there in the first, but on the first batter of the inning, they get the good putouts that they needed, and that might be enough to continue this momentum defensively. Now it is Brody Morrow, the rising junior at Vermillion, stepping in. And he is the number 9 hitter. But my big concern, after LeSue, who else can pitch? You've seen 3 guys come in today and struggle. He's number 4. You have 5 guys left, and out of those guys, you would have to hope that at least one of them can pitch, but that's not a guarantee. At this level, this is where a lot of guys start to declare as position players or POs. There's not much flexibility left. The 1-1 down low, swing and a miss now, 1-2 the counts. And I think with LeSue, if he can get through 3 or 4 innings, that'll be greatly appreciated. His 1-2 inside for ball 2. 1 strikeout so far in this game, but he has been really good, and this is what you want to see from Premier. They're not shaken from the last game. In fact, they used it as a motivation. Good drive into center field. That one is down, and it is almost in the gap. It is caught up to, but still it is going to be a double from Morrow. Very nearly in the gap, but it doesn't matter. It still is enough for a big one-out double. Nice hitting from the rising junior. And that is the first real big knock. That was a natural knock in this game from NMC. The other 2 were not, as they kind of just fell in there in the outfield as it was misplayed. Time now called. LeSue, he is going to go talk to his coach, and his day is going to be done. A very good outing for LeSue, and he still has the ball. He's going to toss it back, and you'll see him come off the diamond on your screen. And it looks like he is back on to go and play some defense for Premier. I would assume he bumps over to third, but we'll see. Initially, that is where he was supposed to be starting in this game. A couple of changes were made. He got put on the mound. It was supposed to be Schlappak pitching, and we'll see if it is him on the mound now. And it is going to be, yeah, it is Schlappak. So he is on the mound now. So I assume that means LeSue is at third, and Haddam is going to move back to second base. All of that will be confirmed momentarily, but as our new pitcher warms up, we will step aside on SmeeSports.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Owen Schlappak warmed up and ready to go for Premier in the bottom of the second inning. A good outing from Cole LeSue. One strikeout, allowed a couple of runs, but in the end, he has really settled down the defense nicely for Premier. First pitch from Schlappak is popped up over towards first base, and it is going to be caught in foul territory for out number 2. And that'll retire Merrill at the top of the order. With 2 down, Jonah Gaudio steps back in. He hit a double his first time up and eventually came around to score. Once again, one of the biggest impact players, especially as an underclassman for CVCA this year. And he'll have a tough year ahead of him as CVCA loses a lot of top players. First pitch is going to skip behind, and that is going to give third base easily to Morrow. So now he is 90 feet away from coming in to tie up the game. Baldo strikes the count. Schlappak checks, sets, and deals. It is going to bounce wide, and that is going to bring in the tying run. A bold move from Morrow to come home on that one, given how close it was to the catcher, Christoffel. But in the end, it pays off, and the gambling NMC ties it up. So now not as much pressure on either side. It's 4-4, and it looks like that is going to be the parting line entering the third. But Gaudio still a chance to change that. 2 balls, 1 strike the count on the CVCA Royal Jr. Ground ball hit over towards short. Myers, a nice backhand scoop. Throw to 1. It is picked, and the side is retired. Nice handles all the way around the infield, and the inning is over. A big stop at a big time for Premier, but not before Morrow comes around to score on a pass ball, and he is able to tie it up at 4 through 2 in Jackson Township. Premier, Ohio 4, NMC Baseball for your score on SmeeSports. You are watching the 2025 NABF World Series on SmeeSports, presented by Seidel's Barbershop. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. To complete in Jackson Township, and we have ourselves a good game so far. 4-4 the score. Both sides having some good offensive outbursts. For Premier, all 4 of their runs coming in the second inning. For NMC, a slightly more balanced approach. 3 runs in the first and 1 in the second. For Premier, it is LeSue, Myers, and Meeks, 7, 8, and 9 this inning, as they look to take back the lead that they lost in the bottom of the inning on a pass ball. The 1-1 tipped foul, now 1-2. Kyle Turk remains in the game on the mound for NMC. There was some action in their bullpen, specifically Ethan Hinton, but that action has since subsided. Turks 1-2. Ground ball hit now down towards third. Nice pick. Throw to 1. It is there. 1 up, 1 down. And that is one of the more smooth plays that you will see this summer. A tough play over at third, but the reaction time more than enough. And we'll watch it back here on the replay as that officially is out number one. It's a hard hit ball and has to range upward to get it, and that throw to one pretty much on the money. 1 up, 1 down, and now it is Nate Meyer stepping in. First pitch, it is going to be in the dirt for ball one. But for those just tuning in, a good start to the game. Both offenses on points, and in comparison to the last game, this is a lot better. Ground ball hit up the middle. Scoops up over at second. Throw to one. It is in time to one for out number two. Nice work up the middle by the defense of NMC. And with 2 down, that'll bring in Ray Meeks, the right fielder. But a 2 up, 2 down start to the inning. Right now, if you are NMC, you have to be feeling really good about your chances here, as all of a sudden, one more out, you're out of the inning, and your offense has a shot to come back in and do some damage. Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count. And that offense is Nealon McFadden and then Temo Siunis. The 0-1 down low, now 1-1. But so far, nothing separating these two squads. Tark fires his 1-1, and it'll miss for ball two. On this NMC squad, a good balance of players across a bunch of different regions. You have Avon Lake represented by both McFaddens. Ignatius only one. I believe you do have 2 for Northmore in Beaudry and Hinton. Beaudry not here today, or at least not active. Then you have 2 from Galleon and Albert and Krim who are not here, or at least not active. The 2-2, swing and a miss. There is strike 3, and the side is retired. NMC gets Premier in order. Kyle Turk through 3 innings of work, 4 strikeouts, middle of 3 in Jackson Township. NMC's defense telling the story. They have a shot here now offensively to take back the game. 4-4, middle of 3. We will step aside and hear a word from our sponsors, then be back to the action at Jackson High School.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Bottom of the 3rd inning at Massillon Jackson High School. 4-4 your score on SmeeSports. First pitch is a strike, and we are off to the races in the bottom of the 3rd. A lot closer this time out in comparison to game number 1 of the day. And this is giving us a good finale to the day. 2 strikes to begin the at-bat on Nealon. It's Nealon McFadden, then Temo Siunis. Here comes the 0-2. Good drive over towards left field. It is through, and it is a leadoff single for Kyle Nealon. Good, powerful drive, just beating out Myers. And just like that, the go-ahead run is on the bases for NMC. Looking at the time, we are nearing the halfway point of this game. Barring any craziness, we should be on pace to play a full 7. But NMC, if their offense can get hot again, they might be able to change it here. Runner will go on a delay, and he is in. Cristofo tried getting the out back at first, and that was an easy decision then for Nielsen to go. And Nealon now will have a courtesy runner or a pinch runner in. It's courtesy as he is the catcher, so I assume that means that is going to be Gaudio. But no, it appears it's going to be Mastatuno. So just a random change, not the last out. The 1-0. Down low, it will skip, and he is going to stay put. And there is some frustration down below from NMC's coach, and I think rightfully so. On those pass balls, you have to be ready to take advantage of the down angle. In a game like this, now you can have your go-ahead run 90 feet away. Instead, he is still a good way behind. Ball 2 is going to have the 2-0 pitch follow suit, and now it's ball 3. After McFadden, then it is Tamosiunas. And he will be up now as it is a 4-pitch walk to begin the inning. Single, stolen base, walk. Great start for NMC. And now it is the center fielder, 0-for-0 with a walk and a stolen base, who will try to bring in the go-ahead run and potentially then some. Good hit down the line. It is going to go foul. Very, very close. If that was fair down the line, I would say extra bases, 2 runs come in and score. But in the end, NMC will have to do it again. Tamosiunas almost had the big breakthrough for NMC. But they will have to wait again. Runner will go 0-1. It is a secondary delayed steal, and both parties are safe with no throw. And that is the danger of having a great double steal. The lead guy goes quick, gets a big, big jump, and then the trail guy follows, and it was executed perfectly this time out. The 0-2, it is going to miss for ball 1. There is some action in the NMC bullpen, as once again, it is Hinton getting warm. The 1-2 popped foul off to the right side, and it is going to hit off of the far dugouts. And once again, a very nice press box here at Massillon Jackson, right on top of what would normally be the home dugouts. The 1-2 tips foul. And what's nice about this diamond, you go down below and you get to see all of the cool things in the dugout. A lot of good signage from the state championship run that saw Jackson win back in 2014. A lot of that is plastered inside. It's really just a cool environment and a great homage to where the program was a decade ago. 1-2, swing and a miss, and there is out number 1. First strikeout of the day for Owen Schlappak. One down now brings in Eric McFadden, the left fielder, 0-for-1 today as he popped out his first time up. But an opportunity to change things here. And he will, a good rip off to the side, and it is through. 2 are going to come in after that hit. And now speaking of 2, he is in safe at 2. It is a 2 RBI single for Eric McFadden. A great rip off to the left side, and that'll make it 6-4. NMC needed that big hit this inning, and they got it done. And that is the danger of ripping the ball that quick. The infield, no time to react. Myers, now you'll see him on your screen. He is setting up way further back to anticipate another play just like that. First pitch in the strike zone, 0-1 on Hinton. Hinton, the DH, a rising junior at Northmore, was warming up in the bullpen, and we could potentially see him come back to do that. Pass ball, and that is going to give the runner third easily. So McFadden now 90 feet away from home. One ball, one strike to count. Schlappak trying to get back into this inning. Good rip off to the left side, caught by Myers. Throw back to third is not in time, and that is why he moved back. And a big second out is recorded. The anticipation from Myers was tremendous. If he didn't move back, then that ball was definitely getting through into the outfield, but as you'll see on the replay, he played it perfectly. So with 2 down, it is going to be Poltorek stepping back in. Poltorek 0 for 1 with a flyout his first time up. Either way, exiting this inning, NMC will be up. This time it is popped up on the infield over towards the left side. Caught by LeSue, and the side is retired. NMC plates 2 to take a 2-run lead exiting the 3rd inning. Top of the 4th upcoming. NMC up 6-4 on Premier. You are watching the 2025 NABF World Series on SmeeSports, presented by Seidel's Barbershop.
At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Premier Ohio's offense looking for some offensive answers in the top of the 4th inning. It's Gable, Hadam, and Schlappak set to hit 1, 2, and 3. First pitch will miss for ball 1. NMC in the bottom of the 3rd inning able to bring in a pair courtesy of Eric McFadden's 2 RBI single. And in the end, he was able to take second on the throw home. 1-0 backs out Gable for ball 2. Gable, wearing number 21 today, is a rising junior at Medina. Turks 2-0, fouled back, now 2-1. No action, at least right now, in the bullpen for NMC, but Hinton has warmed up a couple of times so far, and he could be ready to go, and it could just take one mistake, one walk, one base runner for Turks Day to be done, but he could still have a lot more left in the tank. It just depends on the game script and what ends up happening. I would say if he can get through 5 or 6, that would really be beneficial for NMC. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Turk fires, and it is in the dirt for ball 3. We are full. The rain, at least for now, has stopped in Jackson. Hasn't had that slight drizzle in a couple of hours now, but still a very overcast and cloudy day for baseball in Stark County. The payoff pitch fouled back. And once again, we are at the tippy top of Stark County. When you're coming in on 77, you see the Jackson Township Corporation limits right below the "You are entering Stark County" sign. So this is truly the northern border. The payoff again, driven over into shallow right field, and it is going to be caught for out number 1. Not at all a complicated play. A lot of confusion over there. Morrow in the end called it off and caught it, but that could have been a very nasty collision. With 1 down, Jason Hadam, the 3rd baseman, will step back in. So far today, 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a strikeout looking. Turk's pitch hit right back up to him on the mound, and he will easily toss it on over to first for out number 2. A quick 2 up, 2 down. Nice reaction from Turk on the mound as he is able to make the play with ease. Now Owen Schlappak will step back in. The second baseman, 1 for 1, a single and a hit by a pitch to his name, so he has reached both times he has stepped in. Looking ahead to next inning for NMC, it's Mauro Mero and Gaudio, 9-1-2. And they will try to further extend this lead. Ground ball, hit over towards third. The throw to 1 on the run. 1 hops in, but it will skip behind. And that is going to put Schlappak at first. Error number 2 of the game from NMC's defense. And that also interrupts the 1-2-3 inning. That would have been really nice for NMC. Quick inning, you go to the bottom, and then you pile on the runs from there. But now they have to work out of this one. And it is Zane Christoffel stepping in. 2 for 2 today. The rising junior at Black River, one of the best hitters on this Premier Ohio squad. Good drive sent into left field. It is going to be down, and it is rolling to the fence. Into third is Schlappak. He is being sent home. Now he is pulled back, and now the throw comes in, and there are 2 runners at third, and now we have chaos. And now Christoffel, he has to run. They will try and tag him out beforehand, and they do. The side is retired. NMC given a gift, and the inning is over. A powerful swing from Christoffel. What you'll see here, he thought that he was going to go home, but he dives in, and then the rundown happens, and that is enough to retire a promising inning. An error almost led to a worse fate here, but in the end, a gift given to NMC's defense. They hang on. Halfway point of this one, it is NMC up 6-4 on Premier.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience.
Bottom of the 4th inning at Jackson, and it is off with a great start. Once again, it is Nate Myers with a snag at short for out number 1. Another web gem by the young buck. And we talked about him a lot today. Can he swing it with the older kids? And so far, defensively, he has made a couple of great plays that is showing that, yes, he can be a guy that can come into North Royalton and help a guy like Antonio Escano on his conquest to a potential state title. If he can get the offensive end of his game going, which he has in this game, he does have a single to his credits. He could be a big threat for the Bears. And on top of that, if he can build up his frame, get a little bit stronger, get a little bit taller, he could become a 3-4 year starter at Royalton and a guy who at a minimum has kind of that floor of Walsh U. And that is nothing against Walsh, but if Walsh is your floor, you are one heck of a talent. The 1-1 misses wide for ball 2. And what Walsh is doing so good is they're getting so many young guys in. They're struggling now, but in a couple of years, they're going to dominate the GMAC, assuming they can keep everybody in line. Here comes the 2-1, up high for ball 3. And I believe that we will see them on our fall baseball coverage schedule of Tri-C. Should see them, Lake Erie, should see Kent and Akron. Nice comeback snag on the mound. Throw to 1. It is in plenty of time for out number 2. Excellent work on the bump by Schlappak. And that is not an easy play either. The ball is coming at you so quick, you have to be able to react perfectly. And he does there. 2 up, 2 down. And now it is Jonah Gaudio, the shortstop, back in. A double and a ground out to his name so far in the contest. But that is a big step in the right direction for Premier. After they lost all of their momentum on a base running error, they needed a way back in. And the way back in is a 1-2-3 inning. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch from Schlappak. Hard hit ball down the third base line, and it is going to sneak through into left. It is a 2-out single for Gaudio. And he is now 2 for 3 today. But just split third and short, a seeing eye single. And a good amount of power there as well. And going back to CVCA, I am really impressed with their players this summer. They were a team that was looking like they were going to take a big step back in 2026. McGow breaks out this summer. Mamoni has a lot of great games. And today, Gaudio, really impressive. If these guys can translate this to the high school game, I think CVCA is going to be your biggest shock of the season. They're going to have a campaign, I would say, at least regular season-wise, on par with Lake Catholic. They're not going to start off highly ranked, but quickly people are going to see that the Royals are the real deal. The 0-1's going to miss now, 1-1 the count. And I said it last broadcast, and I will die on the hill that they are the biggest boom or bust team in Northeast Ohio. They could go 8-16 or 16-8 or even better or worse. I feel like they're either going to be really good or really bad. And I don't think that really bad is going to come into play. And if it does, it's going to be a EC kind of year where they lose a lot of the close games. The 1-1 almost hits them, runs inside, and it'll go down as ball 2. In the on-deck circle after Nielsen, it is Adam McFadden. McFadden already with a triple to his name in the game. 2-1 once again comes close, but he is able to get out of the way in time. Now 3-1 the count. The pitch from Schlappak hit down the line, but it is foul. Count now full. And as well, it does appear that the Brooklyn Sluggers are back here at Jackson, getting ready to go for their next game, which is to follow. We will not be here for that game as we are only doing the first 2 games today. Same with tomorrow, but all 3 on Sunday. Before the payoff pitch, throwback to 1, not in time. Three balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch, it is going to miss for ball 4. And that'll put a second base runner on for NMC with still 2 down. And if they can bring in 1 more here, that is really going to sting. Once again, going back to the top of the inning, that one play between second and third, that one run down, that win against Premier, that is going to be the turning point of the game. Premier could have had 2 runners in scoring position. A single ties up the game. It was Zueda who walked his last time up back in, and Zueda has good power. But in the end, we will never know what he could have done in that scenario. We'll see him lead off the next inning, but that is not the same. First pitch up high for ball 1. But once again, it is Mastatuno down at first, pinch running. The 1-0, it is in the dirt for ball 2. No big changes made quite yet by NMC, but that could be coming as we are nearing the 5th. 2-0 hit down the third base line, foul. Count now 2-1. And as well, I will say it because, well, a lot of these kids will probably be back here. There is a CVCA Royals helmet up in the press box. I believe that was left here last night. So if that's yours, you might want to come claim it, as it is up here. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Tips foul into the glove of Christoffel. Now 2-2 the count. Premier needs to stop here. They can keep it a 2-run game, and they can work from there entering the 5th. 2-2 driven down the third base line again. And it is the same result as it goes foul. A massive blow for NMC, as that would have definitely brought in 1. And anytime that you can add on to your lead, especially in pool play, you have to do it. Tiebreakers are run differential most times, or runs against. If it is run differential, you have to have a big enough one that if you're in that limbo period, you can still make it through. Here comes the 2-2, fouled away. This year is definitely interesting and exciting for the NABF, as this is the first time that the Diamond League and the WRCL are sponsoring the events, as the 16U, 18U, and WRCL are being controlled by those leagues. 2-2, runners will fake, and they will go back after a big secondary. We are now full. But John Mengelkamp has done a great job coordinating with these teams, even with a team dropping out at the last minute to make up the new schedules. He has done a great job. Payoff pitch as the runners go. It is flown off into foul territory, and it'll drop. So we will see it again. It's a good cut down the line, but definitely too far off to the right. It needs to straighten that one out. But speaking of the rest of this tournament, we will have 2 more games tomorrow, 9:30 and 12, and those will be quarterfinals. Then on Sunday, we have 2 semifinals, and then the championship game for the 16U division. Once again, runners go. Fly ball sent off to the right side. It does have a chance to get down. Instead, it is going to be caught, and the side is retired. Nice work over at second base to get that big out and end the inning. No damage done by NMC in the 4th. To the 5th inning we go in Jackson. It is the home team up 6-4 on Premier. You are watching the 2025 NABF World Series on SmeeSports, presented by Seidel's Barbershop. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina, or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Top of the 5th inning, Ain Jackson, 6-4 NMC on top of Premier. This game turning out to be a lot better than it looked on paper. Once again, NMC was heavily favored in this game heading in, but Premier has held their own for the most part. Now it is a 2-run game, and they have a lot of work to do in the final 3 innings. It looks like we will end up playing all 3, so this will be a natural 7-inning game, and that is not a bad thing, as this has been a great game. The start looked like it was going to be NMC running away with it. Through the first inning, they were up by 3. Premier then took the lead, but they haven't scored since that 1 inning. The offense, it has been just pretty much captured and held by 1 frame, and that was the second. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and there is out number 1. Zweiter retired with ease, as that'll be Kyle Turk's 5th strikeout of the day. Turk has been great. A little bit of damage done in that 2nd inning, but outside of that 1 frame, lights out. First pitch to Linden is low for ball 1. And once again, you guessed it, it is Hinton going to the bullpen. And that'll be the 3rd time he is making his way over. The 1-0 backs him out now, 2-0. But you would think this time that it's late in the game, he will be coming in. Not confirmed, but I would say the odds are in his favor. The 2-0 fouled back, and now 2-1 the count. And for those trying to track the weather, at least right now, we do appear to be in the clear for now. And same with tomorrow. Now, the later games tomorrow, that could be an issue. As I believe at around 6 p.m., storms are supposed to roll through Stark County. The 2-1, just a bit upstairs, as it will sail to the backstop for ball 3. But our games tomorrow are TBD, to be determined. We will see later on today who we end up seeing, and then those links will be posted accordingly. As usually, we just kind of go with the quarterfinal graphic for that, but this time we're going to make sure the proper team logos are up, as this is a big, big competition. The 3-1 is in the dirt for ball 4, and that'll put a runner on. Usually the semifinals or finals, and then a wild card, if there is a wild card. That is usually what we end up putting up as the kind of neutral graphics with just the organization's logo, but this time quarterfinals further enough back that we can actually put the logos of the teams that are playing. Swing and a miss, 0-1 the counts on LaSalle. And that stuff is for me to figure out and for you people at home to enjoy. Look back, not going to happen, as there will be no throw. But looking at the bracket so far, NMC Bliss 1-1, a win here. They're 2-1. Sluggers are 0-1, or now 1-1. They haven't put that game in yet. And Premier, they are 0-2. So Premier, to give themselves a shot, would need to go in. They lost their only game before 9-8. But Premier, either way, they will have to knock out one of the NMC teams. The only one that can is NMC Saravik, and I believe they play up next, or at least later on today. I believe this should do it for NMC Bliss. I think they play a total of 3. Yes, this is it for them. So up next, it is going to be the other end of it. And then from there, we will figure out our bracket for tomorrow morning. Payoff pitch. It is hit off to the left side, and it is through. So it is a single for LeSue. And that'll put 2 on with 1 down. But right now, if Premier can get back in this game and tie it up, they do have an outside chance now that would take a lot of help. I think with this win, they would knock out Bliss. So then they would just need, I think, the status quo to kind of just fall into place. But if it is a tiebreaker based on who you beat, then they're kind of out of luck, as the Sluggers are there. But also it would be a 3-way tie, and then from there the runs matter, and the last game really would kill them. The 1-0 fouled back, now 1-1 the count. While they are not eliminated mathematically quite yet, it would take a lot. And then from there, a couple of 3 seeds do make it, but they will have some very tough teams to play. And on top of that, it is only 2, not all 3. The 1-1 backs him out for ball 2. Nate Myers back in for the 3rd time today. 1 for 2 with a ground out and a single to his name. Some pressure right now on Turk and company. The 2-1. Myers takes down low for ball 3. And the on-deck circle, it is Ray Meeks. And if this is a walk, I think that'll do it for Turk's day on the mound. We've seen the warming up in the bullpen a lot, and I think now it would result in a change. You got to be careful here. 1 down. That would then have the tying run at second base. You got to be careful if you are NMC. Here comes the 3-1. It is going to be inside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Time now called, and as expected, we will see the call to the bullpen made by NMC. It is going to be, I believe, Ethan Hinton coming on to pitch. But the infield will come to Turk in the meantime, and they will congratulate him on his performance. A good one for now, as it is enough for the win, assuming everything does remain the same in this game. But he is going to step off and go back to his dugout and hope the rest of his team can pick him up. It is the call to the bullpen here in Jackson. Hinton warming up. We will see what he can do when we return. You are watching the 2025 NABF World Series 16U pool play on SmeeSports, presented by presented by Seidel's Barbershop.
At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina, or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
The call to the bullpen has been made. Ethan Hinton now on to pitch for NMC. He is a rising junior at Northmore High School. Has the bases loaded behind him. Fly ball sent into shallow center field. It is down. They will throw to second. It is a fielder's choice for out number 2, but that'll bring in a run. Now a 6-5 score. But still, that is a tough break, as it is a fielder's choice. But that is the nature of the beast when it just kind of drops in there. But now Premier's tying run 90 feet away. And it is Adam Gable with an opportunity to tie it up at 6. First pitch to Gable is inside for ball 1. And if Lassou does come around to score, then that would place a no decision tag on Turk. The 1-0. Down low for ball 2. That one run that did just score still does go against Turk. Same with Lassou, and then the runner at first, which now would not, as the fielder's choice eliminated the last runner that would be put against Turk. 2-0 hit foul, now 2-1 the count. Next inning for NMC, their offense, it is going to be 5, 6, and 7. The 2-1 in the zone now, 2-2 the count. And now 1 strike away from getting out of the 5th. Still up by 1, but NMC at their breaking point. Runner goes the 2-2, swing and a miss, and the side is retired. A big strikeout from Hinton ends the 5th. They bend but do not break. NMC hangs on, and they will take their lead into the bottom of the 5th inning. As we enter the new half inning, it is NMC up 6-5 on Premier. You are watching the 2025 NABF World Series on SmeeSports, presented by Seidel's Barbershop.
At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Welcome back to Jackson High School for the bottom of the 5th inning. Our second game of the day is a good one. 6-5 your score. NMC on top of Premier. For NMC, it is their 5, 6, and 7 hitters trying to put some runs on the board before we head back to the 6th inning, where Premier has another opportunity to tie the game back up. So far, this has been a tale of adversity for both sides. For Premier, they were down early, 3-0. Then they were able to take a lead, putting some adversity against NMC. But in the end, NMC was able to piece things together, and they were able to take the lead 6-4 before allowing 1 run. Bases still loaded, but in the end, Premier does get the final out against them, and that ended the inning. But to begin the bottom of the 5th, it is a leadoff single. Tamo Siunis now at first base, back in safely after an attempt over at first. And something that you really cannot see on your screen, but it has happened all day. It is LeSue backing up that throw from first. It's the little things like that that give you an opportunity to make a play if the ball does go wide and it doesn't immediately seal your fate. A lot of times that would be the case, as if the ball is wide, then all of a sudden, boom, you have to deal with it. Throw back, not in time. And as well, it is stopped by Linden. Could have gotten over into the outfield foul territory grass. The field here at Jackson is a split diamond. And by that we mean turf infield, grass outfield. Runner goes, and he is in easily. Dropped behind the dish. And that'll put a runner in scoring position for NMC. An opportunity for the home team to add another run on. The 1-1 will miss low for ball 2. So 2-1 the count. Hinton awaits in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Good drive into left field. It has a chance. It is still going back, and that one is going to be caught on the warning track for out number 1. A massive catch out and left. It very nearly leaves the yard, but in the end, it will just stay in. A long fly out for McFadden, and you'll see it back here on the replay, just how far back it truly goes, as it dies just before getting out. Otherwise, that would have been a goner. And with 1 down, that'll bring in Hinton. First pitch up high for ball 1. Schlappak so far 1 strikeout since coming in for LeSue. 2 combined strikeouts between the first pitcher and the relief pitcher for Premier. The 1-0. Ground ball hit up the middle, picks up at second. The throw to 1. It is going to bounce in, and it is in time for out number 2. But that'll bring in run number 7 of the game for NMC. The bases are cleared, but the insurance has been restored. I would say a fair trade-off for Premier. They get that big out up the middle. Far from a guarantee, but Hinton walks out here with an RBI and a little bit of extra help for his cause defensively. Poltoric back in so far 0 for 2 today. First pitch is there for strike 1. 2, 3, and 4, Hadam, Schlappak, and Christoffel hitting in the next inning. Fly ball sent into center field. It'll be caught, and the side is retired, but not before NMC brings in run number 7 to reestablish their 2-run lead through 5 in Jackson Township. It is NMC up 7-5 on Premier.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience.
Top of the 6th inning at Jackson High School. It is NMC up 7-5 on Premier. For those just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. First pitch, it is hit up the middle, and it is a leadoff single for Hadam. A great start for Premier's offense. They needed a spark from the get-go, and they got it. It is still going to be Hinton on the mound for NMC. No real surprise there as he just came into the game. Throwback 2-1, not in time. Still a good idea, but more of a warning shot than anything. But now his attention turns to Owen Schlappak. Once again, throwback to 1. So his attention not quite there yet, but it is still a tad late. If Premier can tie the game up here at a minimum, they have a shot. If not, it's going to take a lot in the 7th inning. Schlappak takes low for ball 1. But this game not done yet, and this is the final pool play game for both squads. They have to win it to have a good shot of making it to tomorrow. NMC right now, a better shot either way. But we will see what ends up happening. The 1-0 in the dirt for ball 2. The thing that would kill Premier is that last game. They would exit if they win this one 1-2. But that run differential, it's just not where it needs to be. Once again, throwback to 1, not in time. But a 2-0 count on Schlappak, who does represent the tying run. The pitch upstairs for ball 3. In the on-deck circle, it is Zane Christoffel, the catcher. And so far today, he is 3 for 3. and has an opportunity to make amends for his base running error the last time we saw him. The 3-0, it will strike for strike one. Good response on the mound from Hinton. And looking at the time limit, 20 minutes left to go. We should be in for a full 7-inning game as expected. Here comes the 3-1. It is upstairs for ball 4. And it is a massive walk for Schlappak and the offense. Now it is the go-ahead run. Christoffel stepping into the batter's box. 3 for 3 today, but still has a lot more to prove in this one. The runners at first and second. And an opportunity for Premier to tie it up. First pitch misses high for ball 1. And if you are NMC, you do have to be a little bit nervous right now. This game has been back and forth, but with not much time left to go, you have to be careful that if this game does get close again, you are ready to go. Ground ball hit to short. They will get the lead runner at 2. Throw to 1. It is not in time, as that is going to erase the middle runner for out number 1. A productive fielder's choice puts one run now 90 feet away. And the tying run will remain over at first. Now it is Zueda stepping in. A strikeout, a walk, and a strikeout for him so far in the game. But right now there is really no room for error if you are Premier. You got to be perfect down the stretch. You got to finish this one out. You have the pieces in place for your comeback. You just got to make those pieces become reality. Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count. And I wouldn't hate the idea of a bunt being laid down. You do that, Haddam with a big enough secondary could take home. Instead, it's a rundown over between second and third. They throw to 2. It is going to die in the infield. Throw home. It is not in time. It is executed perfectly by Premier. Accidental or intentional, it gets the job done. And now it is a 1-run game. Tying run in scoring position. What a break for Premier. That could have been bad. Another base running miscue from Christoffel. But this time it works out. The 0-1 in there now, 0-2. And even more so, you could bunt here and put all your eggs in the basket of Linden getting the job done. NMC 7, Premier 6. The 0-2 driven into left field, but it is going to go well foul. Reminder to stay with us after this game goes final, as we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. A lot of great candidates so far, but only one will have that opportunity to win it. Maybe 2, depending on how this one finishes. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and out number 2 has been recorded. Nice work from Hinton, as now he has 2 strikeouts to his name. Still the tying run at second base. Not out of the woods yet, as it is Sam Linden, the first baseman, coming back in. An opportunity for the rising junior at Midview to leave his mark on the game. Ground ball hit up the middle, scooped up at short. What a play. Throw to 1. It is on the money, and the side is retired. Jonah Gaudio bringing out some flair, and that will keep NMC on top. What a snag up the middle. That ball could have snuck through. In the end, it will stay in the infield, as you will see on the replay. Hard hit ball, but Gaudio, the slide and the reestablishment, all of it is really impressive. And once again, CBCA, they have themselves a good one. Middle of 6 in Jackson. It is NMC up 7-6 on Premier.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
One last opportunity for NMC to improve their lead heading into the 7th inning. Bottom of 6 in Jackson, and it is a good one on hand. 7-6 your score, NMC on top of Premier. For those just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. It's an immediate bunt, throw to one. It is up high, but in time for out number 1. A bold decision to bunt from the get-go, but that is what NMC tries to do. In the end, it does not work in their favor, and that is one less out they have to play with. Back to the top of the order we go with Noah Merrill, the right fielder. So far today, a walk, a pop-out, and a ground-out. But in the end, the rest of his teammates have done the job needed. First pitch will miss for ball 1. And once again, it does appear that we will not hit the time limit, so we will see the top of the 7th inning to properly finish this game. The 1-0 fouled back, now 1-1 the counts. Assuming the result holds, NMC Bliss most likely then will qualify for the quarterfinals starting tomorrow. And there is a chance that it is 2-for-1 for NMC, as it would be NMC Karavic joining them, who are already 2-0. And I would say guaranteed to be in the final 8. The 1-1, ground ball hit towards second. Nice scoop, throw to 1. It's true for out number 2. A nice strong put out by Jason Haddam. 2 up, 2 down, 2 begin, and that'll bring back up Gaudio. Gaudio has been a one-man wrecking machine today, 2 for 3 today. A double, a single, and a ground out so far for him. Next inning for Premier, it's Lassou, Myers, and Meeks. First pitch to Gaudio is down low for ball 1. Once again tomorrow, we are back here at Massillon Jackson for the first 2 games of the day, 9:30 and 12 first pitches. 1-0, Gaudio fouls back into the parking lot, now 1-1 the count. But right now for Premier, the goal is simple. Get out of the inning and work from there. Here comes the 1-1. Good crack over the second baseman's head. And now Jonah Gaudio is 3 for 4 on the day. His tear continues. He has been dominant. He has been elite today. You talk about a power guy in your 3 slot. Gaudio fits the bill. And I'll say it again. With players like him, Mamoni, and McGowl stepping up this summer, CVCA's future is in good hands. I know all 3 had solid or good campaigns for CVCA, but it feels like they're taking that next step to that John Harabedian level or even higher. To go with CVCA, but more football, the Trey Tucker level, as he is now a receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders. Throwback to 1, it is not in time. Schlaphock is pitcher number 2 of the game. Once again, Lassou did start the game, pitched into the 2nd inning, and then from there he was taken out. Runner will go, throw down, it is delayed, and Gaudio is in with a stolen base. So now the insurance run is back in scoring position, and NMC needs it. Premier has been able to score 1 run exactly in the last 2 innings. The 0-1 up high now, 1-1. And then looking ahead to Sunday, we will have 3 games, 2 semifinals, and a championship game, and that'll decide our 16U NABF World Series champion. The 1-1, a good drive into the outfield, but it is tracked down and caught in center, and the side is retired. And NMC able to get somebody in scoring position, but unable to respond altogether. It is going to be a very stressful finish in Jackson. Through 6, it is NMC up 7-6 on Premier. Nothing a guarantee with this offense of Premier, or at least what we've seen of them as of late. You're watching the 2025 NABF World Series on SmeeSports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop and Seidel Barbershop.
At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina, or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Last chance for Premier as we begin the top of the 7th inning. Down by 1. They need something to go their way in this inning. They have been able to score 1 run in each of the past 2 innings. But when push comes to shove, this is the tough spot. This is really when it gets difficult. NMC, they're going to be at their best. They know what is on the line. A win here, and they most likely play on to tomorrow. It is a good drive into right center field. It is going to be down in the gap, and it could be extra bases. He is going to test it, and he is in there. It is a lead-off double for LeSue. And the tying run is in scoring position just like that. A powerful, powerful crank from the third baseman. He has been the spark of this offense all day, whether it be getting momentum defensively or in this case doing it with his swing. The gap shot turns into a double, and he now gives the young buck Nate Myers a chance to drive him in. Myers once again the youngest guy on this roster as he is a rising freshman at North Royalton. He has been talked about a lot as a big up-and-coming prospect in the class of 2029. But he still has a big opportunity here to prove why, if there is some doubts. And I think right now there has been a mixed bag for him today, but otherwise really good. And speaking of the class of 2029, Carson O'Connell, rising freshman at Jackson. Look out, that kid is going to be nuts. I believe he is playing up with OEB 16U Andrews and threw a no-hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Myers takes, and he will stay alive. But if Premier can tie it up here, that really does force the hand of NMC in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 2-2, Myers swings and misses, and there is out number 1. Strikeout number 3 today from Hinton. And NMC is 2 outs away from getting out of this one with a win. Ray Meeks, the right fielder, back in. 2 strikeouts and a fielder's choice so far for the righty. Wave and a miss, 0-1. Ahead of it, and he is missing well above it. And usually when you see this kind of sequence, that is when the pitcher really can establish his dominance and put the game to bed. And now it's an 0-2 count, even though he kind of slipped. And if you are LeSue, if that ball's in the outfield, you have to be on your horse ready to go. You have to get home. That's a non-negotiable. The 0-2 left up for ball 1. I really do like that decision from Hinton. Attacks low and then eventually goes upstairs trying to get that swing and a miss. Not going to get it as Meeks stays disciplined. The 1-2 just going to miss the zone. A very close miss. And looking at that one, I really don't know where it missed. I'm going to say just off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Hinton tries again. That time he gets it. It's strike 3 looking. Back-to-back Ks. And NMC can sound their final countdown. Ethan Hinton now with 4 strikeouts today. And now it is the last hope of the offense in Adam Gable. In this game, 0 for 4. And it is a first pitch strike. After that leadoff double, LeSue and company had plenty of hope. Do they still have enough now? The 0-1. Ground ball hit up the middle. It is through into center field. Will they send him? No, they do not. And that'll put runners at the corners. The game will continue. And this is a tough spot with runners at the corners. If you're NMC, how do you approach this? I feel like you're going to see a steal attempt here or a rundown of some kind. You got to try and bring in that run. So far today, Hadam has 2 singles, a ground out, and a strikeout. Not a bad guy to have here, but you got to have one. You have to. That's a non-negotiable. Hadam takes ball 1. In the on-deck circle after him, it is going to Schlappak. Then Christoffel. Throw back to 1. It's close, but not in time. And that could have been the game done and over. You got to be careful over at first base. I get you're trying to bait a throw to force a rundown, but if you get picked off at first base to end this game, you cannot end it that way. That is just an absolute no-no. In a game like this where you have competed so well, that's not how you go out. He's going to go. The 1-0, it's high. The throw down, it is not in time. And that'll put the go-ahead run in scoring position. So now 2-0 the count on Hadam. And with 1 swing, he could give them the lead. That has to be the goal right now. Here comes the 2-0. Hadam takes for ball 3. And I feel like if this is a walk, we will see a mound visit. And Schlappak will, I'm sure, in the on-deck circle, get plenty of words of wisdom. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch, he takes, not active, strike 1. And when you come in there showing that you're not even going to lunge or kind of play it out for gamesmanship's sake, a lot of the times it is called a ball. 3-1, shot to the right side, play is made at 1, and that is going to wrap up the game. In the end, NMC hangs on, and they will take away a 7-6 win, concluding pool play with a 2-1 record. What a finish for NMC Bliss. Now it's Karavik's turn to try and round out the day with a win of their own. But NMC Bliss, they have done enough, and they will play on into the quarterfinals starting tomorrow. 7-6 your final from Jackson. 1 final commercial break. Then we will be back on to announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. This is the 2025 NABF World Series on SmeeSports presented by Seidel's Barbershop.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience.
NMC takes a big win away from their third and final pool play game of the NABF World Series. 7-6 your final in our second and final game of the day. Your player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. You can go a number of directions here, but I have to go to the number 2 slot. Jonah Gaudio, 3 for 4 today. A double, 2 singles, a stolen base, and a couple of excellent plays at short, one of which saved a run that would have scored otherwise. And when you look at the scoreboard, that one run turned out to be the difference. So Jonah Gaudio is your player of the game, presented by CrossFit Strongsville. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram at SmeeFist2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe down below to the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Our goal is to reach 5,000 subscribers now by the end of the year. For those who have been with us the whole day, the initial goal was 4,500. Yes, we hit it. Thank you all for your support at home. We really do appreciate every single one of our subscribers. Now the next goal, move the needle a little bit further along, up to 5,000. That is our next goal. Then on social media, make sure you give us those follows as well, as we're trying to get those pages up to kind of match our YouTube growth. They are lagging behind, as we do have our Facebook page, which is really new. Our Twitter, which is once again SmeeFist2024. And SmeeSports, once again, is our Instagram page. If you want to help us out in a monetary fashion, you have 2 different options. Number 1, become a broadcast sponsor like Seidel's was for this game, Ledgeville Barbershop for the last one, and then CrossFit Strongsville and the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center for this game. Contact us at one of those avenues. We would love to talk things over with you and your business, or you can go over to our website at SmeeSports.com and leave a monetary donation. All proceeds help with these broadcasts, as there is a monetary burden with equipment upkeep, travel, and everything that goes into running a business, as we are not only the SmeeSports family of social media pages, but we are also the SmeeSports LLC business, which kind of encompasses everything that we do. And then now looking ahead to our further broadcast schedule this weekend, a couple of interesting games still upcoming. We have 2 quarterfinals tomorrow, 9:30 and 12 here at Jackson. Then on Sunday, 10:30, 1 and 3:30. I think I have that right. Those are your semifinals and finals of the NABF World Series 16U division. Should be a fun weekend here in Stark County as we wrap up the NABF World Series. And then from there, we head into our final week of broadcast coverage for the summer of 2025, baseball-wise. For the rest of the summer, we might have something cooking in the back crock pot. So we'll see what happens when the timer finally hits 0 and the steam is released, or we add more time onto the pressure cooker and we go from there. Either way, that'll do it for our coverage of Day 2 of the NABF World Series. NMC gets the win 7-6 over Premier in game number 2. I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Jackson High School, just into Stark County on the north side. And we will see you again tomorrow bright and early once again from this lovely diamond in the heart of Stark County. This has been the 2025 NABF World Series on SmeeSports, presented by Seidel's Barbershop. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next time.